It's no secret that spirits are all around us. Some make their presence known, while others lurk in the shadows. And sometimes we unknowingly capture a glimpse of what our eyes are usually too blind to see. We're Amanda and Anthony Valentine, and we bring you 10 supernatural encounters that defy logic. Sightings of shadow people are reported all around the world. In this case, the shadow in question was caught on CCTV surveillance in a Malaysian parking lot. The figure silently appears and walks right in front of the silver car, and the car runs right into it when suddenly it disappears. The driver immediately stops and gets out to check for the figure that he just ran over, which lets us know that he saw the shadow person with his own eyes before he hit into it. The video cuts out there. However, you can only imagine the confusion and terror the driver felt trying to piece together the experience they just had. There are many theaters in the US that people claim are haunted. Reddit user L_car used to joke with his coworkers that the 100-year-old theater was haunted as well, but no one ever had evidence to back up that claim. Until now. L-Car was roaming the theater with his dog to kill some time. The pup wasn't too keen on staying in the dark theater, unlike their owner, and tries to head to the exit. He mentions that the dog might think that there are ghosts and is trying to lead him away. Just as he finishes that sentence, he spots an odd black misty shadow in the light of his flashlight, hovering above the railing. It is so quick that it's hard to distinguish what it could be. It seems to be a very muddled looking shadow of a person. Many have commented that it's just a shadow that he must have casted himself. However, he stated that there's no way, since there was nothing between his flashlight and the wall that could obstruct the light. So what could it be? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
At number 8, we have a photo that may have you taking a look through your old family photo albums. This old photo from 1976, handed down from mother to son, left the family speechless, as you can clearly see this black-eyed, open-mouthed creature in the background. Many people who have seen this photo came to the assumption that this was an omen haunting the family, or that this was simply a puppet in a vintage puppet theater. But you can clearly zoom in and see that this isn't the case. If this photo is from 1976, it can't be photoshopped, so what could it possibly be? I wonder if this thing has shown up in any other pictures, or has made itself known to the family. Any parent's worst nightmare is something happening to their newborn baby, and most will take any precaution to keep an eye on their child. This mother had no idea she wasn't the only one who had an eye on her child, and after showing her friends this video, they all advised her it was time to leave. Now this mother believes it was a baby she had lost, and it was there to watch over its little sister. She claims since she had lost a child, things have been happening around the house, from baby toys going off on their own, things moving around the house, and closet doors opening and slamming on their own. This video took her by surprise as she never actually caught video evidence before. To be honest, I don't know what to make of this. At first, I thought it was a woman, as you can see the deeper black around the face, which made me think it was hair, and the white was part of her arm or back, but when you zoom in you can clearly make out a baby's face. Let us know what you think.
Sometimes things that you're looking for could be overlooked. Fortunately for this amateur ghost hunter, he was able to capture on film what he missed with his own eyes. YouTuber Junked Up Kitten and his two friends were able to access an old county jail, which is no longer in use, thanks to a family friend. They were just messing around and decided to do a parody of the hit TV show Ghost Hunters, and looked around without the intention of actually capturing anything. As the YouTuber is filming himself explaining that it's his turn to go alone, he passes by a series of holding cells. Right behind him in the window of the cell is a terrifying face. It looks gaunt and menacing as it watches him through the pane of glass. He explains that all the cells are currently used for storage and are locked. His friends are also sitting at a desk behind him, so it couldn't have been them either. They have no explanation on why or how it appeared. This photo, posted by Reddit user LoveTurnips, is an example of the exact thing you do not want to capture on film in your house. They took this dark photo of their stairwell when they were 16 years old, and I bet it still haunts them to this day. If you lighten up the photo a bit, you can clearly see a daunting figure of a woman on the landing of their stairs. She's transparent, but you can tell she has long hair and is wearing a white dress. It's unclear if they took the photo for the hell of it, or if they saw her and snapped the picture as evidence. Either way, the picture is really creepy.
While exploring an old English castle known for its paranormal activity and sightings, this investigator catches what he believes to be a ghost. Now before you all go into the comments and say something like, "This is fake, why don't you have a gun?" Or, "My uncle watches me through a window, what, that makes him a ghost now?" This opening wasn't to outside, but to a tunnel they used to use while the castle was functioning, and now it's nearly impossible for anyone to have access to it. At first, the man who captured this was a skeptic, and thought that it was just a person, until he did further research and realized there was no way anyone could have entered that tunnel since it had been sealed off. Many people believe that spirits and ghosts are confined to one place or object, while others believe they walk freely among us. Now this next clip, like the clip in number 10, shows some evidence that there may be some truth behind the walking among us theory. As you can see here, a shadow of a man seems to appear out of nowhere and walk straight into traffic with no regard for any of the vehicles. Now we don't know the full backstory of this video, where it's filmed, or who the original poster is, but it's definitely one that caught a lot of people's attention. This next video has all the makings of a horror movie right from the beginning. On a dark rainy night, while doing a review for a new flashlight, YouTuber exploring abandoned mines and unusual places explores, well, you guessed it, an abandoned mine. As he explores the mine, he explains that it's completely sealed off on the other side, and already making it pretty far in, he decides to head back. As he heads back, he hears some strange noises. Now in the video, he thinks that there are snakes making these sounds, but clearly on camera you could hear that that's not the case. And these sounds are coming from an area that he just passed through. Now you may want to turn the volume up in order to hear this.
Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here. and head back out to the portal.
You hear many voices speaking all at the same time, and it's kind of hard to make out what they're saying. It almost sounds like chanting. But after it goes quiet, it starts up again, and you could almost hear a male's voice saying, "Can you see me?" or "He can't see me."
Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy.
What do you think the voices are saying?
This next video was filmed by Robert Wakefield while visiting the English village of Stansted Mount Finchet. He decided to explore the wooded area of the village after hearing of the town's local ghost story. The tale consisted of a young man who was hit by a train while crossing the tracks. Due to the force of the collision, the body couldn't be fully recovered, and whatever remains were found were thrown into a nearby river. Since then, many residents have seen the ghost of the man wandering a trail near the river of the forest. Intrigued, the man went to the trail himself and was able to capture the phenomenon on film. In the mist on the side of the trail, a figure of a man emerges. You can clearly see his head, eyes, and a hand as it floats toward the path and suddenly disappears. Perhaps the restless spirit is still looking for the missing parts of his body to this day.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end, we really appreciate it. We hope that all of you are staying safe throughout all of this craziness, and we want to try to get as much content out to you as possible. So I'm going to link our video right now, boom, to our previous video, and we hope that you guys are okay. Don't forget to hit that like button, tickle that little notification bell, and to beat that subscribe button like the red-headed stepchild that it is, and as always,
until next time, spooky later.